Welcome everyone. In this video, we'll be going over how to replace the water purification filters for your Bluevua RO100ROPOT reverse osmosis system. Alright, so before we get started, let's talk about what you're going to need. And all you need for this is the new filters. And since we're doing a 1-year maintenance, we're only going to be replacing filters 1, 2, and 4. For the 2-year maintenance, you'll be replacing all 4 filters. However, the process we're going to show you today is applicable for both. You can replace 3 or 4 filters, it's the same process. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is turn off the system by clicking the button in the back to turn it off, and also by unplugging it from the wall. Then we want to empty the water tank. Now we're going to remove the filter cover by lifting it up and out. And then we're going to start removing the filters from left to right. So I'm going to start with the polypropylene filter, filter number 1. And then you'll see we're going to have to lift this up at about a 45-degree angle and then rotate clockwise, so left to loosey. Hold it down a little bit until it comes off. Careful, because some water will spill. Because water spills, you might want to have a little bit of a paper towel over here to catch the water as it spills. Alright, so now we're going to put in the new filter. Take off the protective cover. Remove the cup. So to get it in, we'll put it in not with the front, but we'll put it in with the back like this. And then make sure you push in and then rotate righty or counterclockwise to get it in. And then there's 2 arrows, 1 arrow here and 1 arrow here. We're going to rotate until the 2 arrows align. There we go. So now that's aligned. I'm going to push it back in. You can notice the last one actually did not spill much water, probably because it's after the reverse osmosis filter, so there's not much pressure in the system after that. And before we put in the last filter, I just want to show you that where to find the switch we're going to be using later. There's a little switch in the back over here. Right, so now that we have all 4 filters in, let's move on to the next step. Just a quick note, when you're resetting the filters, the switch here, when you go in here, don't push up, pull the switch out, so go this way, not up, but out. Alright, so now we've plugged in the system into the wall again, and we're going to turn it back on. Let it start. So here we go. Now that it's started, we're going to reset the filters, and to do that, like I said, you need to reach back here. I showed you the switch earlier. You need to pull the switch and hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and there we go. So now the first filter is flashing, and then to toggle between filters, you can just click the banana button. Okay. Alright, so we'll select the first filter, and what we're going to do is we're going to click the, just pull once real quick to reset it. And then I'm going to go to the next filter by clicking the banana button. And I'm going to pull one more time, just real quick, pull, and it's going to reset that. Then we're going to go to the third filter, but this one we didn't change, so I'm not going to reset it. So I'm going to go to the fourth filter by clicking the banana again. And then I'm going to come back and quickly pull to reset. And now that we've reset everything, we're just going to wait until the reset mode goes away. There we go. So now we've reset the filters. All right, so what do we do next? So if you do have one of these mineral filters, remineralization filters on your unit, remove them before you start the step. Okay, and so once we've done that, we're going to be filling up the tank to the max. So I'm going to do that now. So here it is, this is the max. I'm going to put it back on. I'm going to start the water, and as that's doing that, let's take a look at what happens. So for the first wash, a lot of the protective solution in the filter is going to come out, so it's going to look a little dirty. There we go, water just started to come out. As now the filters are full of water. Alright, the first cycle is done. So now I'm going to replace it with fresh water. Alright, so now we've put on the fresh water, we've emptied the carafe, and we can start the second cycle. Button in the front to start it. One thing to note, make sure that you've selected the third, the highest option. So click the banana button, you don't want to be here. See, it's flashing, so the second one's flashing, and then you want to make sure you're maximizing the amount of water you're pulling through the filter. So make sure you've selected the third setting, and then click this button again, and we'll wash it one more time. Alright, so the second cycle is done. So now we're going to refill again the water tank to the max with clean water, and we're going to empty out the carafe and repeat the process. Alright, this is the fourth wash. This is the fifth wash. Alright everybody, it looks like the system has been purged of the wastes, and it looks like it's producing pure water. One last thing to do is let's make sure that there are no leaks. So ensure there's no leaks in the filter compartment, and it doesn't seem like there are any here after inspection. Put the cover back on, and that should do it. Now you can enjoy the nice clean water you've been enjoying in the past. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do hit the like and subscribe button, and until next time.